play through every Harry Potter game chapter by chapter. We are on to chapter 6. Only 2 games cover the train trip, so this will be a shorter episode again. We return once again to good old mobile Lego Harry Potter. Harry arrives at King's Cross, sees the Weasleys, and goes through the brick wall in a cut scene. Even though Harry barely interacted with Ron Weasley, Ron is controllable in this level as an alternate character, with the same capabilities of Harry. This level isn't that good. You must find the lost items of 2 students in this enormous repetitive station, searching rubbish bins and trolleys until you find a missing ticket and luggage. The students cross to the other side of the platform at the halfway point, so you don't have to walk all the way back, but I was confused to see people running past me. Once you've found their items, you give them back to these generic students. Quite a missed opportunity to not have them be specific characters looking for specific belongings, such as Neville losing his toad Trevor. Especially since the level then just ends, and there is no gameplay on the train, where Neville normally loses Trevor. While the DS game delivers a disappointing level, the Game Boy Color version redeems itself after a rough start. You still don't get to walk through a WoW and start at platform 9 3/4, but the whole rest of chapter 6 is covered here. There's nothing to do at the platform other than talking, but then Harry boards the train. After that frankly astounding scene for the hardware, Harry goes to try and find a seat. You can see what other students have to say on the way. Pretty much every NPC in this game has their own interaction lines, with the only exception so far being Gringotts goblin sharing a small pool between them. In the very last compartment, he finds the only vacant seat with Ron. Well, in the book and film, Ron enters Harry's compartment.
Excuse me, do you mind? Everywhere else is full.
Hermione bursts in, asking about the lost toad Trevor. Her and Ron are not nearly as good looking as Emma Watson and Rupert Grint. It's actually not that uncommon a criticism of the films that the leads aren't scruffy enough compared to the books. Hermione then and there just teaches Harry another spell, Verdimillious, a green spell that's not to be confused with the red Vermilius. She immediately leaves to search for Trevor elsewhere, and the trolley lady arrives, where Harry is allowed to buy wizard candy. All of these items simply restore stamina points, except the chocolate frog, which just seem to give a wizard card. This implies that Harry can't catch and eat a single one.
Rotten luck.
As in the book, Draco, Crabbe, and Goyle show up. The latter 2 attempt to steal sweets from Ron, and Scabbers attacks them. Unlike in the book, Malfoy isn't scared of the mere rat, and duos Harry. Draco only appears to cast Vermilius Uno, and knowing stronger spells than that, Harry wins. Harry obtains a card combination from Draco, and the train stops not at the station, but directly next to the lakeside. Convenient for first years, but a delay for others. Hagrid warns that the lake is full of monsters, which turn out to be dragonflies, clams, and a whole lot of tentacles from a supposedly solitary giant squid that's also supposed to be friendly. Reaching the shore ends this auto-scrolling section. Hagrid leads the students into a passageway, encouraging them to follow the main path and not go looking for treasure due to more dangerous creatures. So naturally, Harry searches the whole place and finds cards and combinations. Hagrid actually shows concern this time, coming back multiple times, but at this point our enemies are pushovers. And it's not just because they're weaker enemies. Even when we reach the night boss at the end, it's a joke. I probably leveled up too much in Gringotts, but have not attempted to grind levels since then, only gaining 1 or 2. Also, the crows from Madame Malkin's do increase stats as well. It's pretty strange to have the beginning of a kid's game be such a roadblock, and then have it get much easier. Regardless of the design flaws and potential imbalance, the GBC game still easily beats out LEGO Harry Potter's letdown of a level this time around. Having finally reached the door at the end into Hogwarts, we come to the bookend of Chapter 6, where Hagrid knocks on the door, paralleling his midnight banging on the door at the end of Chapter 3. The difference this time is now Harry is on the side with Hagrid, and the unknown is now inside.